a Midwest girl at heart. I was born and raised in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and spent all of my childhood in the Midwest. And then over the course of my adult years, moved around a little bit and ended up settling in the Minneapolis Twin Cities area. I started coming to Southwest Florida in about 2002. My folks bought property down here in Naples, and that was my first time to get to visit Naples, and I immediately fell in love. So, kind of started out coming and visiting them like for 1 week, and then that turned into 2, which turned into a month, which turned into 3
Right.
months, and 20 years later, around COVID, and I always knew that this was where I wanted to be, where
Right.
I wanted to end up. And like many people, COVID was the kind of the precipitated, accelerating the
Right.
timeline and moving down here and creating a life for my husband and I here full time in Naples.
Nice. So you've seen it grow a ton, because 2002 till now, Naples.
It's changed a lot.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And what inspired you to pursue a career in the industry that you're in currently? And can you share any, significant moments or experiences that influence your decision?
Yeah, absolutely. So just a little quick background. So Foundrie is a focused facial bar. It is a franchise concept that launched in 2019 in the Minneapolis area. Ours in Naples is the first Foundrie location in Florida, and now growing. There's one in Sarasota, and soon will be West Palm, Orlando, and,
Nice.
and growing here, and we'll be opening a second location in Coconut Point.
Okay. Congrats.
This fall.
Nice.
So just a little bit of the background of like what it is and how did I end up in the skincare space. My, career background had nothing to do with skincare. I grew up in the field of marketing and spent most of the bulk of my career in the education technology space, in a variety of different companies, online curriculum, children's publishing, and assessment. Had the opportunity to start a couple of companies. The first was BrainHive, was an ebook distribution platform, and then I led FastBridge Learning as its CEO, and that's a K-12 assessment company. And how that relates to my decision around starting a skincare company is, I've always been that woman that just loved skincare products and makeup. I'm the woman that walks into Ulta or Sephora and asks for 2 little baskets and comes out with a load. But really what set Foundrie apart for me and why I wanted to get involved as a business owner, it really comes down to the value proposition for Foundrie, which is really founded on the concept of creating a high quality skincare experience that's very accessible, affordable, and inclusive. And why that's relevant is, as a busy corporate executive, self-care, and really for women in general, finding that important time for self-care is at a premium. And having a skincare concept that didn't require me to take a half a day off, and really make a big investment and have it be sort of more of a special occasion. Our concept of Foundrie really is something where it's accessible to every client, men and women, because it's designed for busy.
Right.
We really kind of strip away the muss and the fuss, and we get you in. It's a super modern, open concept. So from the minute you walk in, we roll out the red carpet. You feel like you're in a very elegant, high-end, luxurious experience. And we focus on your skin. We focus on your skincare and what your goals are. And we can create that experience in less than an hour.
Wow.
So it allows
it's super efficient.
It's super efficient and at the same time high quality and effective.
Right.
And so for me, as I was in that space where I was, leading a company, working crazy amounts of hours, and yet it was still a priority to me to have that self-care and to take great care of my skin. There wasn't a concept in the market that really allowed for me to do that before Foundrie. So
wow.
For me, once I discovered it, and I became a client in early 2019 when it launched in the Twin Cities, I knew it was something that, if the opportunity ever presented itself, I wanted to do that.
Right.
And bring this concept to other women. And I wanted to do it in Naples.
Right.
So it was sort of a destiny type of thing once I had that experience.
Right. And it's great. So it's for men and women, but I'm sure it attracts, and especially after what you mentioned, great for business women, men in business, because like you said, someone's schedule can be like very busy on a weekly basis, and you guys, it sounds like you're very efficient when it comes to that in all aspects. So that's really one of the core principles of our concept is around effective and efficient. And so definitely, professional men and women, but also, busy moms. Right.
Just trying to find really in everybody's life.
Right.
We're all busy doing something, juggling many priorities, work, family, etc. So sometimes taking care of ourselves and skincare can be sort of a secondary or third level priority if you think about I have to set aside a bunch of time to get it done.
Right.
And really the best skincare is one that you can make it a routine, make it part of your regular maintenance. And you really can only do that if it's a concept that allows you both from a financial perspective and from a time perspective to be able to make that a priority. And I think that's one of the most exciting parts of our concept.
Yeah, definitely. And I like this question because it's broad, but it's interesting because you can go in different directions with it. But why is skincare important?
There is many ways that you can go with that. I mean, the thing that comes most top of mind to me is, your skincare, especially your facial skincare. It's the first thing that people see. It's the first thing that we look at every morning and, every night when we look in the mirror. And it's such a huge part of our, sort of our identity and our self-confidence.
I read somewhere that it said it's your passport to life. I don't know who said that, but it's a brilliant quote. I wish I could take credit though.
But it's so true. And so I think, why is skincare important? I think skincare is important because when you feel good in your skin, you feel good about you and you feel good about, life basically. So I sort of have this concept of feel good, do good.
Right.
And when you don't feel good, it's tough to do good things in your life, whatever that means to you. So taking good care of your skin, feeling good in the skin you're in, makes such a difference for our self-confidence, our mental health, our attitudes, and really kind of how we show up in life.
Right. It's a good domino effect.
Absolutely.
And what are your thoughts on all the new technology in today's day?
Oh my gosh. I think, it's a really exciting time, and I'm not going to try and quote the statistics because I don't know them off the top of my head, but there is more sort of money being spent on skincare than really as a segment of the entire beauty industry. The segment of skincare within that industry is a very fast growing segment in terms of share of wallet. And one of the most exciting things about that is it really lends an opportunity for innovation.
Right.
And there's really some exciting things going on, I think, in skincare around innovation and technology. that we're only really starting to see the beginnings of.
Right.
You know, whether it's innovation around the types of products and the effectiveness of products and, you know, what works for what particular skin goals or, and then just how much smarter we can be about really targeting the unique needs of your skin or my skin through tech. So there's some really cool innovations happening, and I think it's just going to just accelerate in skincare and things that we've seen in other industries where skincare hasn't had the same amount of sort of tech innovation. I think tech innovation in skincare is like we're just kind of on the precipice of it.
Huge right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what are some tips that you can share to have
A good skincare routine.
I think routine is the you know, the key part of that sentence or the question is get in a routine, and a routine can look very different for each person depending on, you know, your age, your you know, your socioeconomic, your age, your interest in it. It can look really different, but I think everybody needs a routine, and it can be low maintenance and it could be high maintenance. Like, I'm a high maintenance girl. Like, give me all the serums and treatments and I'm going to do all the steps. But at the end of the day, you know, having a really good routine that you can make as part of your regular everyday sort of life routine, morning and night, is going to be the most important thing. It's that consistency of the routine. For a lot of people, it can be as simple as, you know, cleanse, moisturize, SPF, and you're done. And for other people like me who love all the things, you can have, you know, a 9-step routine, or you can have a 3-step routine, and it's all okay. It's just a matter of getting those key foundational elements as part of your routine and making it part of your day and night consistently.
So overall, just start in some type of routine, and that'll open the door if you want to do more things.
Absolutely. If you want to do more things, like those basics of make sure you're washing your face twice a day, every day. Hydration is key. So moisturize, and then SPF.
Right.
Every day, no matter what.
Yeah.
Which actually leads into my next question. So, does yearly seasons impact your skincare routine?
Certainly, because weather changes, right? You know, here in Southwest Florida, our weather is fairly consistent. There's always a degree of humidity in the air.
Yeah.
In other parts of the country, the weather changes a lot. Like where I'm from in the Twin Cities in Minneapolis, you have the true 4-season. You have a long winter where your skin's going to be more dry. So you definitely want to pay attention to how your skin is reacting during the changes in weather and in seasonality, for sure. And change it up a little bit. For us here in Florida, you may want to use a lighter moisturizer in the summertime because we have so much humidity versus a really thick, you know, rich, more emollient type of moisturizer or a night cream, which, you know, if you're in Minnesota or in Boston in February, you're going to put that on and your skin's going to suck it up like it's very thirsty, right?
Right.
So you definitely want to pay attention to your skin and know that you can and probably should make some adjustments in the products that you're using depending on the time of the year.
Right. And so last question, what would you like to share about yourself or your business that people should know? Any upcoming specials or maybe new services? Well, first and foremost, like, come in and check us out. I mean, I think, you know, we're still, you know, sort of the babies on the block, so to speak, in Naples. And one of the things that I just hear consistently is once people get to know us and they walk through the doors, they're always just like wowed by the space, by the environment, by the experience. So, and our price point is super affordable. Our 40-minute focus facial is $69. So we make it pretty easy for you to come in and give us a try, and I think you'll love it. In terms of
in terms of what's coming up, without revealing too many of our secrets, I can share that later this summer we're introducing some really cool new services into our menu, some new innovations
Nice.
we talked about earlier. So we've got some really cool, like nobody else in Naples will have it, so to speak. New things coming into our menu, both in terms of our focused facials and different enhancements and things we're bringing in. And that's, again, one of the things about the Face Foundry value proposition is we believe very much in innovation and staying very up on the latest trends. We watch very closely what's happening in terms of research and new trends in terms of skincare, ingredients, techniques, tools, and technology, so that we're bringing our clients the best services and experience. So we've got some cool stuff coming later this summer.
So new
later
services,
in August,
new technology?
New services, new tech.
Wow.
Coming into our menu. And otherwise, just, in terms of specials, we've got some things going on for Father's Day. We definitely want to remind people that, men get facials too.
Yeah.
Pretty much facials are for anybody that has faces and skin.
Right.
So it's not exclusive to women, and we want to encourage, the ladies to bring in their special guys this month and give us a try. And we have a 50% off for dad or special guy during the month of June.
And your space is great, just because I've been there. And
yes, you
it's
have.
Very
and you've
inviting.
had a facial, right?
Yeah.
You can attest that men get facials too.
Yeah. And it is very inviting to, because I think sometimes, if for guys you think, you don't know what to expect, but it's a great place.
Yeah, I think it is a little intimidating for men the first time. And I think, usually what I will tell a guy is, if you've ever had a really great shave at your barbershop with the hot towels and, that kind of experience, if you like that, you will love having a facial.
Yeah.
So I think, that's kind of what we've got going on this summer, and just, encourage people to come in and give us a shot, and looking forward to some of the new exciting new services we're going to unveil later this summer.
Awesome. Well, that's super exciting. Well, thank you so much, Terri, for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.